Day, you faithful Formula One family and lot, and welcome back to Golden Lap. Well, today we have two races. Yesterday's episode was a blast. You guys showed me the support. I loved it. I mean, yesterday we had the Italian job that we did, but unfortunately, in the race in Imola, we had the same occurrence that happened back in 1994 on the same track. We lost a driver on that track due to a crash that brought out a red flag. He died, and unfortunately, the team had to replace him. So a lot has been happening in the game so far. We have raced thrice. In our first, the best race for finishing position was 8th with Lovera in this race, and then Lovera finished 7th in Potenza, and then straight Lovera finished in 9th. But if you look at Acosta in 6th, if you look at Acosta, both drivers have been improving their finishing positions over the races as we go. Lovera started 8th, 7th, and then 6th. Acosta finished the first race in 17, that was Silverstone. He finished 15th in Monza and then 12th in Imola. Today we are going to the Autodromo Gran Lago. I don't know which representation of an Argentine track this is, but this is Acosta's home race. Just as I said in the last episode, I will try my best to make sure Acosta gets point in this home race. If he doesn't, and I actually try my best, and you guys also see that I've tried my best, then Acosta is the problem, not me. I understand that in the race in Imola, not in Imola, in Monza, I was the problem. I was the reason Acosta finished all the way down in 15th. Again, also in Imola, he could have qualified better and he could have done better. So Lovera did well in both his home races, 7th and 6th. Now it is time for Acosta's home race before we go back to Francis Hollow for the team's home race. One treat about Acosta's home race is that the bumpy track makes the cars harder to control. Crash chance is plus 20%. And then in Francis Hollow, there is the tight, narrow nature of the track makes it harder to overtake, harder to hit top speeds, and more dangerous. So if there's an overtake chance, minus 25, engine performance minus 25, and crash chance 20%. So in Francis Hollow, we will have to qualify well for us to have a chance, because it is a hard track, very hard to overtake it. But in Autodromo Gran Lago, we will see. We have $7 in the coppers, but unfortunately, just as I said in the last episode, we won't be bringing any upgrades to Autodromo Gran Lago. I would have loved to do it for the sake of Acosta, but we are looking at the whole team in advance. I decided that we are not doing upgrades race per race. We are going to keep up the balance well, and then do some massive upgrades to the car going into the race for at Francis Hollow and the Brazilian race in on Roslorando, or yes, the way we know it, Sao Paulo. So those are the races that we have today. Nothing much to look at. Team standings, we are currently in 4th with 19 points. Our top driver is Luana Lovera with 19 points. The only person with the points for the team, the Italian. And then Jorge Breman, the Argentine, crashed before his home race together with Maria Costa and unfortunately succumbed. And now we have a new driver on the grid. I believe they have already hired a new driver to be able to be on the grid. Pop, we are currently way off Chapman, but I think I want us to create this gap between us and Wayland. So Wayland are our immediate competitors. So anywhere a Wayland vehicle finishes, I will always be having a problem with them. So they're our immediate competitors, and we have to keep them in check. $7 in the bank, race income of $4, race bonus of $2. If I finish 10th or above, we know we can do that. The vehicle is okay. Reliability is an issue for car number 1, but I think we are going to deal with everything once this race is done. So for that little introduction, let us head straight into Autodromo Gran Lagos qualifying our second driver's home race. It is dry at the beginning, very sunny, and then it is going to start getting overcast and the track temperatures will reduce. So practically speaking, I would love to send both my drivers out very early when there is a lot of grip on the track. So that's what we are going to do. The sponsor challenge is $2. Use every dry compound during a race. That one we will manage to do. And it is quite a funny pit lane. Is this the entrance? I believe this is the pit lane entrance. Looks more of like Monaco pit lane entrance before the Grand Casino, and then all of a sudden we have this, it comes out just outside there, and yeah, the way Monaco is. So let us just do this. Let us get into this qualifying session. So the times have already begun. We are just trying to pause that, tune both vehicles, place them on a soft, put vehicle number 2 on a soft, and then once the tuning is complete, send them out. Yeah, tuning is complete. Send out car number 1, just a little bit of a gap, and then send out car number 2 so that they just don't have themselves together to be to aim at. So there is one car in front of us in Francesca, and then Lovera and Acosta right behind, but there's a little bit of some space in between there. Practically speaking, according to the weather, grip is going to improve as qualifying goes on. How does that happen? How does grip improve as qualifying goes on, considering the fact that currently the group is this low? Okay, so starting our flying laps, is Lovera that close to the car in front of him? Okay, there is a little bit of a gap, but I'm stuck behind Davi Francesca. Let's try my pit exit well next time. I see that, and unfortunately, Davi Francesca is going to slow down Lovera in this lap of his. But I believe Acosta should put in a good lap. Let us see the laps that everyone is going to put. Davi Francesca, the first count track. I tried my best to time Lovera to be the first count track. Acosta has done a lap time faster than both Francesca and Lovera, and I think this is going to be really tough. Look at these two; they are battling for position. Very nicely done. Lovera overtakes Francesca on that lap, and then now he is going to come home, put in his first lap on the track, and I believe he's going to be the fastest. And Acosta is 0.33 behind Lovera. That is massive. Yeah, that is actually bad, considering he put a first sector than the other. So just as we did in the last episode, we are going to do this first lap of qualifying, see how they do, and see where the car speed lies without any improvements. We're currently 11th and 12th, and then we are going to do the improvement slowly by slowly, tune it, and then we come back for the last 2 laps, or the laps where I believe the grip is going to be really high, and we will see how things are going to do. So once they're in like that, I'm just going to pause it, tune it, and then start tuning everything. Tune the engine, and then give a little bit of some maximum to the chassis, and then the rest that remains, let's give it to the steering for that one, and then place him on the softs, confirm for another round, tune us, give the engine some, let's give the chassis, and then let us give the steering some. So confirm, and then now I just wait, and then we see we send them out again. The fastest vehicles now are the likes of Holgerson in that Chapman vehicle. Ryan, the Mercedes and McLarens are always up there, but we have to be able to be better than Loop in this car of his. At least his teammate Ambrosio is down here. This is the team we are directly rivaling. We are in no fight with the top 3 teams. They are in a world of their own, so we have to choose our partners wisely. So that's what we do. That's where we are going. So that's as we did last time. I'm going to come back for 2 more laps in this qualifying session. All the while I'm just going to be improving the vehicle tuning and everything. And so let us meet in a few laps time. Let's see if we will have tuned this vehicle enough to have both of the cars start in the top 10. Okay, so predictably our final 2 laps of qualifying. Currently Lovera is in 5th, Acosta is in 8th. So we have been tuning the car a lot, and everything is just going according to plan perfectly. Let us do quite more on that ability of the vehicle, sorry about that, and then we kind of increase everything else. So we currently, I'm going to send him out on the softs. I think this is going to be our second last lap with Lovera, and then also our second last lap with Acosta, and then we have final laps to go. So for Acosta's car, his improvements have not been really massive. I don't know why. Is it the points that he's gaining are the ones that are just little, or what is happening? As you can see, his improvements, he has only 40 out of 80 in terms of the engine, 40 out of 80 in terms of the chassis, and 24 out of 80 in terms of the drivability. So I'm going to confirm that, but they're currently in 5th and 8th, so they are doing this really well. So the first car is out, the second car is out for our second lap. Then I'm going to like wait for the last, to try and be one of the last cars on track. Last time we tried to be the very last car on track, and it backlashed on us very badly. So I'm just going to try to be one of those last cars out on track. So they are currently out on their out laps, and then they do their laps. Let us see the feedback from both of the drivers. I'm in the zone. Acosta, what about Lovera? Lovera doesn't is in the zone, but they're both doing green for Lovera, green for Acosta. Lovera climbs up to only 6th, and Acosta goes back to 10th, yet dropped down back to 12th. So finally come in the final tuning of the vehicles. Was that the last lap? Don't let that be the last lap. I believe there is one more lap in you guys. So let us tune these vehicles very fast. Tune softs, do that final one, let us use all these points finally. Should I max out the engine? Max out the engine. Beautiful. And then we have one more. Let me use that on the drivability. Confirm this is not a track that actually needs a lot of. And then please come into the tracks very fast, Lovera. Come into the tracks, the pits very fast. You look like a person who is going to miss out on completing another lap again, if I'm not wrong. Let's max out, try to give a lot to the engine, and then see. So time is slowly ticking, send out. Thank you. And then for you, come out, come on, send out. Let's see, will they make it? That is the problem. Unfortunately, Acosta is going to be stuck in behind. Let us just slow this down a little bit. 38 seconds. Lovera is going to make it. Acosta, come on. Lovera is going to make it. Acosta again, unfortunately, again. Oh no, Acosta doesn't make it to the line to start his lap. Once more, Lovera is in his final lap, but he's doing a yellow. He's not improving, even when the track is at its most rampart point. Lovera is not improving. Yellow, and yeah, no improvement. I should have just called him to the pits. There was no need. So Lovera is going to start in 9th. Acosta is going to start in 11th. I think that's his worst qualifying yet. That is his worst qualifying in this ever since we started managing. We have Silius in front of us, but well, so we have both. No, Loop is in 5th. Oh yeah, I thought we had both of these cars behind us, but this is qualified in 16th. That is really bad. And Lovera Acosta, please come. Lovera, come back to the pits. Qualifying is complete. Again, we did not time it right. I said I wanted to get him into the top 10. This time, right, it is his best qualifying in his home race, but it is Luana Lovera's worst qualifying in his home race. 5 seconds there gap. So qualifying is complete. We have tried our best. I told you I'm going to try my best, but things is they're just starting in behind each other. 9th and 11th, that's not bad. So we just have to manage and see the rest. So we are going to start when the weather is a bit low, and then we climb into a zone where we want the car to be. So from what I've learned from the AI are really strong when they start on the hards in these races. And since we are 9th and 11th, that will be the very, very minimum strategy I would go for. That would be the best. I start on hards because of the low grip, and then in the middle of the race somewhere go on to mediums and finish on the soft. So I'm switching up this. The AI have done taught me a lot. The past races we have done, when they start on the hards, they are really, really strong. They can push for longer, they can push stronger, and they can really, really go without eating up their tires. If we start on the medium or soft compounds, we always offset ourselves a little bit. So today I'm looking at double points, hopefully. Last time Lovera had a really good race at his home race. Let's hope this time round Acosta at his home race too will do something great. Let us head into the race. Let us go and see the grid. It is now time for the race. 5 red lights and away we go for the Argentine Grand Prix. Lovera, oh come on. I forgot to do this. Just pause for a moment. Lovera drops down to 11th, Acosta drops down to 12th because I did not set them on pushing in the first lap. That's unfortunate. Okay, push guys, push. We are not out of this one just yet. The cars in front of us are going really, really fast, unfortunately. Is it because we have not brought upgrades into this race that the vehicle is a little bit offset, just a little bit? So there is a red flag in 10th and 12th. I can't go into any new tire, but unfortunately the session has been temporary. Rodney Campbell crashed. It looks bad. I hope we don't have another death, or should I call it another another. I hope we don't have another faculty at all. So we are still going on the hard. Yeah, we're still doing it on the hards. Is there anything we need to repair? I mean, it is the red flag. I can repair everything. Yeah, I can repair everything. Let us go on the hards. Let us do those repairs. Let us go on the hards. Let us do all of those repairs and see. We can't do everything that we want on the vehicles and then be ready for a race restart. So let's just do that, and then everyone will be in line to restart the race in a moment. In 2 minutes time, in a minute's time, and green flag, and away we go. The race is back on. Everyone is pushing. I hope everyone is pushing. We are on new sets of hards, so we have pushed our time just a little bit, and now we are trying our best. Costa is up to 9th. Lovera is still down in 12th. Come on, Lovera, you can do better. Costa, push. We are on the hards. As you can see, a lot of the AI always start on hards. I have come to realize this with this game. So currently Lovera is stuck in behind Kukonen in that little position of his. He's trying to really gain up on him, but he is not. He is not. Loop is down to 8th, and oh, he just got back to up to 7th again. Lovera, come on, focus, focus, focus. Why is he saying he looks like he can't focus? Just focus. Push on those tires. Push on those tires. Push on the fuel. Push, 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 push. I want us to reach that period. I mean, the zone Lovera says so. This is going to be a breeze. Just overtake Maldonado. Why has it dropped to 10th? 10th and 11th currently. Okay, with all the pushing and tire raking and few of the drivers having pitted, we are the only ones, some of the only few ones who have not pitted, we are up to 8th and 9th. Maldonado is dropped down to 11th. He will catch up back really fast, that one we know, but we are going to see, we are pushing a little bit. I want us to pit within maybe lap 20, lap 15, lap 16. Is that too early for a set of hards? Okay, so I'm going to try to time this so that we pit when the likes of Woods and Ryan pit. So that is my idea. We pit when Woods and Ryan pit so that we can actually see this. I am going to use Woods and Ryan as keys to see when to pit. So Acosta is dropped back to 10th. Maldonado was definitely going to come back to overtake. Lovera climbs up to 7th because of the pit stop. So when do Woods and Ryan pit? That is when I'm coming in. I want to try and do the Ferrari strategy, the McLaren strategy. Okay, Woods has pit right now, and now I think it is time for us. Maybe no. Let's go for another lap. Yeah, let's go for another lap. Let's go for another lap. Push, please, push for Lovera, and then for the next lap, Acosta, you also. No, I think I push with Lovera for this next lap, and then Acosta to push in the other one. So Lovera push in this lap, push, because you are now going to come in. I don't want to offset the tires and have them really be slow on that set of tires. So Lovera is going to pit on the next tire. What has Woods pit onto? Softs. Woods has pit onto softs. Can I pit on mediums? Or should I do another set of hards? Softs are really slow. We are going to pit too early when I go into the softs. I think I should pit on the mediums and then go for the hards towards to the end. Yeah, we are not doing a soft today. I don't think soft is the best way to go for this track, because even if I put on the mediums and drive a little bit better, I think I want to pit on the mediums, push as hard as I can, then pit on the hards, and then push as hard as I can to the end. So pit on the mediums right now. We are going to push on those mediums. Confirm. That's just that. Let you save the fuel while you come in and push on the tires while also coming in. So that one is that done for Lovera. Let us focus on Acosta, who I want him to go around one more lap, and then is when he's going to pit. The first pit stop strategy is being caught up really fast by Loop, and Loop is gone past, he's gone by. So let us see. Lovera is going around once more. Let us do that pit stop. Pit him onto the mediums too. Okay, push on the tires, push on the fuel out on your first lap. Acosta is out in 14th. This was actually really bad. Yellow flags. Who? Oh, shh. There is absolutely no luck for Acosta this season. Absolutely no luck for Acosta in this season. This season is practically his worst. I just pushed him for a few seconds and he crashed. Wow. Okay, so we have only one driver to manage. Let us see how things are going to be once everyone resumes. Yellow flags are ending in like a minute. Lovera is in 10th. Acosta is out, so we are trying to get the maximum points out there with Lovera. Lovera now push on the fuel, push on the tires. We have saved quite a lot, and I think we are going to pit. I had a challenge to use all the tire compounds. I forgot about that. Ugh, have I just messed this up? Okay, so push. That is Lovera. Let us have him push. He is going to come in a few laps time. Let us just calm things down a little bit. He is up to 8th. That is okay. Lovera is up to 8th. And then do I pit onto the softs now? Because that I have to finish that challenge, don't I? Okay, so let him push just a little bit. Finally, now you can pit. How will the softs do? I have to do. If I preserve them, they will reach the end. He's currently in 8th. I have a challenge, so I have to finish. I need that cash. So we are dumping the strategy of pushing going onto the hands at pushing really massively, or going to the mediums and pushing, but we are now going on to the softs and are going to balance the pushing and preserving for us to finish with as much points as we can get. Loop is in front of us and I wish we could be able to get him, so let us pit on to the softs. Yeah, let us pit on to the softs. Push on your in lap and save fuel, so come in because we are going to use that fuel to offset that other balance. So yellow flags, nice. I've come into the pits when the yellow flags are out. Wow, that is nice. Luigi Moretti has crashed, and that is so unfortunate for Ferrari. That is so unfortunate for Ferrari. Wow. Okay, so and now Lovera is in the pits. He is already out. Is he out? Okay, now push on the tire, push on the fuel, push on the tire, push on the fuel. Let us overtake these next two vehicles ahead of us. Loop is never going to pit again, so unfortunately he's going to finish in front of us. We are only going to get points with one vehicle. That is if we manage to make those overtakes that we want. Lovers is up to 8th. That is good. He is up to 8th. We are really pushing him. We are really pushing him on the tires and on the fuel. Lovera is up to 8th, and let's see if he can get Shob. If he can actually get Shob, I will be happy. He's only just almost a second there. Lovera and Shob switch positions. That is beautiful. Now come things down on the fuel. We need that fuel to the end. Come things down a little bit on the tire, and let us just push this and finish the race well. Okay, the last lap of the race, there was a yellow flag for a while, but Lovera is going to come home in 7th, and that is just good enough. Thank God, at least we get some good points with Lovera. He finishes the race in 7th. So, a second weekend in a row, we lose a driver. What's up with this game? Rodney Campbell didn't recover from their crash. They died. Tragedy number 2 in season 1. This is like the Argentine race. Last race. Oh, come on. What are the physics of this game? I know it is the 70s, the vehicles do not have. And it also said that Rodney Campbell had a really bad crash. And Bancroft too have to look for a new driver. Wow, tragedies seem like a lot. I hope I myself never lose a driver in all of this. So, Pop currently we gained 6 points, Wayland gained 8 points. So they have gained 2 points on us. I don't know whether we are level on points in the championship now, but we have completed all the challenges and we have the $8. So we have 2 drivers on the grid who have already succumbed. Yeah. How many are we going to have to the end? So they gained a point on us. They're currently now 24 and 25. We are together with Wayland. So we need to work this out. And Acosta, so Ronnie Campbell is out, but the Suckers must go on, so they need a new driver. Acosta, what is happening, Mario Acosta? What is happening? Can I call him to the office and just have a little chat with him? Well, we have a couple of upgrades to do for the Francis Holo race. Let us use all the $15 we have to really improve this car and go into that race really strong. So I want to decide on what to do now. So the upgrades I'm deciding to bring to the car, as you can see, the reliability issues are quite a lot. So I have $15 to use, meaning I can do 5 $3 upgrades. 5 on the vehicle. Okay, so first of all, definitely I'm going to start with the steering on Acosta's car. It is quite low. I haven't done that, so we are going to improve that. And then I am going to improve the... What is the nature of the next track? Is it high speed, or what is up with the nature of the next track? What did they say it is? It has overtake chances low, engine performance is minus 25, and then crash chance plus 20. Okay, so yeah, so engine I'm not going to do the engines for that one. Let us go back. We're not going to be doing engine upgrades. I'm going to do a chassis upgrade for that car, chassis upgrade for this car. And then I think I'm going to do more steering upgrades for both vehicles. Yeah, I have 2 more upgrades left. Should I do 2 steering upgrades, or should I do the engine? Let us do 2 more drivability upgrades, 2 more steering upgrades. Yeah, and our bank balance is 0, but we're bringing massive upgrades to the next race. I hope this one will be able to help us. I have done so because it has shown me that the engine performance in the next race is going to be really low. But this last weekend we lost our second driver on the grid. Now we are going to the next race. I hope no one dies in Francis Holo. This game is now freaking me out with all these driver deaths. It's really freaking me out. We are still 4th, and I hope none of my drivers be part of that. Acosta, please get your first points for the team. Please, I beg of you. I can cry. I'm almost crying. It is raining. It is raining. Wow, wet qualifying. This is nice. So it is raining, in the first portion rainy, and then it is going to be overcast towards the end. So the fastest laps will be towards the end. So that's what I have to aim for. So let us begin qualifying session Q2 for the qualifying for Francis Holo race. So let us tune this. Let us put them both on inters in their first laps. So inters for Lovera going out on his first lap, and then tune the vehicle for Acosta, place him on inters, and same amount for his first lap. So send out Lovera right now, and then send out him Acosta in behind. Let's just slow this down. That is really fast. Okay, the laps have begun. Lovera is stuck in behind Albert Steiner. Okay, so the water on the track is going to increase and then start decreasing towards the end. So these are the best laps on the grid. And I have just unfortunately timed Acosta's lap really badly. They are very compacted. Acosta is in 6th, 7th. Lovera's dropped all the way down to 11th. Wow, this is bad. I think those are going to be our best laps on the grid. Acosta is in 7th, Lovera is in 11th. Acosta for once is looking like going to out qualify Lovera. So they're back in the pits. Let us tune. Let us see if they can really go out onto the intermediates immediately. Let us tune a little bit on the chassis. Engine performance is going to be low, so I think I'm going to use a lot on the chassis and steering, but I'm also going to make sure I tune the engine performance. So inters, let us do the chassis and the steering for the first portion, and then the engine later on. So let us just do that, and yeah, the car can be tuned until the next lap. So let us send them out, and hopefully there is an improvement. Please, I know there won't be any because of the fact that the grip on the track is going to get lower, but I hope we actually do something. And now there we go at the first laps. Lovera says he's in the zone. Lovera is again stuck behind Henry. Lovera climbs up to 5th. Acosta went all the way back to 13th. He's down there. Lovera is now in 9th, and Acosta is in 14th. Wow, this is really hard. Tune. This is a very short qualifying, as you can see. Time is almost over already for us, and yeah, it's getting tougher and tougher. Let's see. Okay, so I think these are going to be the last laps on the track, considering everyone is now in and the times are not improving, and this is the period where the grip like increases a little bit. I think with the final tunings that we are doing, we can get ourselves some good laps this time round. So let me just try my best to maximize out what I can, because this I believe are going to be the final laps on track. So let us tune both cars and just wait a little bit longer for the water on track to go down, and then just send both of them out, because if I do that too early, I will cry. So let me just confirm, wait a little bit longer, let's say to like 3 minutes 50 seconds, and then send both of them out. Is now okay? Let us wait for like 3 minutes. Yeah, when I always do it like 2 minutes, I always end up crying. So the last laps on track, let us see if we can send these guys out. The other cars are starting to go out. Let me wait for the other cars to go out, just a couple of them, and then send out Lovera now. Not mess up Acosta's lap. Send out Acosta now. So I hope they both will have the chance to really do some good laps, and they will have free. Oh no, someone. Costa is behind someone. I didn't want that. I didn't want him to be behind any driver. I hope he's coming into the pits. No, it's a lap. Both of them are out going on laps now. What will happen? It is white for both. Just white, green for Lovera in the middle, white for Acosta in the middle, and Lovera finishes his race, Acosta finishes, and those are going to be the laps. 7th for Lovera, 12th for Acosta. So I think that's just our pace, and Woods, wow, just extends his lead up front again as the last car on track. So everyone coming back into the pits, we have done well, you have tried your best, but yeah, so everything is just going to be okay from here. 7th and 12th, how do I take that one? 7th and 12th I believe are really okay. So we are going to start in 7th and 12th. Considering the upgrades I brought into the car, 7th and 12th are a little bit way off than what I expected, but not badly off. So qualifying complete, let us go to the grid for our final race of today. In the race I have The same idea for what we tried to do in the previous race. We are going to start on the hards. We're starting in 7th and 12th. That is okay, not badly off. We are going to start on the hards. It's not raining. Yeah, we are starting on the hards. The track is quite grip. There's a little bit of water on the track. So the softs, the mediums, the hards, there's a little bit of water on the track. So what do we do? Do we start on the inters? Yeah, there's a little bit of water on the track. So we do start on inters. We have to start on the inters. And then we are going to pit very early. We are going to see how the water levels on the track will be dropping, and then we will pit for a set of us. I hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot. I hope everyone is starting on the inters. No one is starting on the hards, right? Oh shit. I think I've just messed up their strategy. Okay, so people are starting on slicks. I thought the water was enough for inters. I really thought, look at the way we are dropping. Just look at the way we are dropping. I thought the water on the track was enough for inters, but it is slicks. So yellow flags. I'm going to take advantage of that to pit them onto the hard. Spit onto the. I love this game about this. I love the fact that the race has just started and there are yellow flags and we can actually make a change. So pit onto the hards. Confirm, please. Pit onto the hards. Double stack. I don't care. I can't be the odd one out and I can't be the one who curses the fact that I made the wrong call. So pit both my drivers onto the hards. I hope we will have enough time. Yeah, I am double stacking them. We are going to come out in last positions for the next portion of the race, but I hope everything is going to be okay. So we are back on track, but we are going to start on in last again. So guys, just push, please. We must make those positions we have lost due to the wrong call. We are on the wrong tires, for fuck's sake. Why did I even do this? We were on the wrong tires for the race to resume. This has actually messed us up. So we are down in the positions that we are currently, and this is actually bad. This is really bad. I hope we can still make a good positions in the end. We were on wet tires, inters for a dry race. I should have just started on the hards. Push, please. Acosta has already overtaken. Lovera has overtaken. Very beautiful. Let us go, guys. Just push on the hards. Push on the fuel. We will save the fuel later. Let's push. Everyone push. Let's just go. The other vehicles are really ahead. How are you going to do? Lovera is up to 16th. Acosta, is now your time to overtake Von Helm. Please do so. Acosta on Von Helm. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Von Helm is creating a lot of chaos for Acosta. No, I've just been racing all this time and I've realized I never pit Acosta onto the hards. I have just killed Acosta's race right here. I never pit Acosta onto the hards. Wow. Okay, so I think I have really messed up. What happened? I did confirm his pit onto the hards. What just happened? In the pit, and he has been on the inters all of this time. Lovera is has already upgraded up to 13th. Acosta is in 15th. That is okay, but he's going to have to pit because of that. Now he already pit the first time and he's already pitting the second time. He is down in last. What did I do? We are again. I think the Francis Holo race is going to be a race to forget about. This will have to be a race that I wish I never remember again. So I want him to push on his hard tires. I want him to pit just a little bit after Lovera on that stint that he is doing. Acosta is up to 18th. Lovera is up to 12th. He is really pushing up the grid. Lovera is really gaining back those positions, and I love that. Let him go. Let him just go. Lovera, go. Overtake, push. Lovera is up to 10th due to a pit stop. I want him to overtake Kukonen, because if we do overtake Kukonen, that will be a really good position for us. And he's really pushing him up in front of Kukonen. Kukonen is not pitting, is not letting him pass. And Lovera's dropped out to 11th. What has happened? Loop overtook him. This is bad. Acosta doesn't know how to preserve fuel, yellow flags. Who? Oh, whoa. Who? Who? I hope none of my drivers. Rodriguez and Shob DNF'd. Thank you. At least it extends our state a little bit. Lovera is in 9th. Acosta is in 15th on his hards. Do I pit Lovera right now with the yellows? Where is he? He's going to come around when the yellows are already out. Do I pit him right now? He is right there. Do I pit him right now? Do I take advantage of this? When every car has already flowed down. He will come out definitely once the greens are on, but I feel like I want to take advantage of this. Pit onto another set of hards because I want to push. I want to push him strongly and then give him softs for the last portion of the race. I think I still have I still have that challenge of doing both races, the finishing. Where do I see this? So confirm that pit. I hope he's just by the pit lane. Nice, he comes in. He does well to come in. He is overtaken by the first vehicle out on track, but he's going to come out in 10th, so that is okay. So let us go on, everyone. The race is on. I have them pushing. Let us save fuel with Lovera. Acosta doesn't know how to preserve fuel. That's one thing I've realized with him. And then let's save fuel with this guy. So let us go for the rest of the race. Acosta Lovera is still in 10th. Acosta is down in 15th. Still can't overtake. Push, guy, push Acosta, please. Try to overtake Fisher. Try. You have Fisher and Steiner just in front of you. Eat up those meat, they're just there for you. Okay, so Acosta's pit lap has already arrived, and unfortunately he's still stuck in 12th. Lovera's done well, is up to 9th, just in front of Ambrosio. Loop is our goal, but Loop is very far away from us, so I think I'm going to pit Acosta in like a lap's time. Where is he currently? He's in 12th. He's just coming round. Do I pit him now? He's past the pit lane, so I'm pitting him in this lap. So Peter Costa, I think I'm taking him onto the mediums. No, I'm taking him onto the hards up to the end. Yeah, Acosta pit now, hards up to the end. I don't care about this anymore. So confirm Acosta's pit, hards to the end. So that is the goal game we are playing right here. So let us do that. The only problem is that with Acosta, I really messed up his race when I pitted him on the first set of mediums. That was not what I planned to do, but unfortunately it did happen. So let us see how long that pit stop will be. It's not very bad. Push on those hards to the end. It doesn't have fuel, so we are not going to push on the fuel, so let him push on the hards. Lovera is in 8th, saying he can't focus. What's up with him? Is now right behind Loop. Yellow flag. Luana Lovera. Did I wake up on my left foot in the morning and I don't know about it? Our only hopes for points. Did I really wake up on the wrong foot in the morning? Last race it was Acosta, and not understanding how, but our only hope for points in this race is out. Nothing can be really worse than this. Today I woke up on the wrong foot, and unfortunately these races were not for us. Just a crash in the last race, another death in the last race, wrong tires to start this race. And then Acosta again, I left him on the wrong tires to continue the race, and now our only hope for points in Lovera has crashed. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in the morning, but everything is really wrong for me right now. So our only hope for points is out. Let's see what we can do with Acosta. I've never remained with just Acosta to manage, so let's see what we can do with him. Can he save fuel to the end, and then we just push on this? He's up to 12th, Acosta. If he can get 10th, I will be really happy. If he can try to get points, I will be really happy. Try to save the fuel a little bit. You are overdoing it. He's 4 seconds behind Kukonen, 5 seconds now. Acosta is up to 10th because of the pit stops. Beautiful. Let us slow things down just a little bit. We are going too fast. Last 5 laps. Acosta in a bid to win his first points for the team is currently up in 10th, 15 seconds in front of Fisher with 2 laps to go. Is Acosta really going to do this to us? Lovera is crashed and is yellow flags, more yellow. Who? I hope it's not Acosta. Who? Holgersson. Nice. Unfortunately, we are going to be outscored by these 2 cars, and we are unfortunately going to drop to the last lap. Yellow flags onto the last lap of the race. The race is over. Acosta comes home to gain his first points of the season in 9th place. Well, I wanted him to gain at least some points in this race, but it could have been double points. It could have been double points for us to tighten the grip on this car. Wayland have outscored us, and I believe they are going to climb up to, yeah, we are really down. Even Hemlock have outscored us. Hemlock have outscored us by 8 points. They're going to climb back up to fifth. We are going to drop. And Yogi Breman, we have 2 losses. So Mario Acosta's, unfortunately, he has gained his first points of the season, but Wayland have gone above us, and they're now 9 points ahead of us. Wow, this is massive for them. Next races are going to be a breeze for us. We're going to try our best to get the car up there. So we have new sponsor challenges. Golden tune the steering of one of your cars and finish in the top 10 race without using the highest engine push mode. I think I can golden tune the steering on one of the cars. So that is going to be the Nim Cadel challenge for $2. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. Next time out we come back for Ondas Rolando. No upgrades on the car for that race, and then we will do upgrades for our last 2 races of the season. I am still looking at a fourth place finish. I am looking at this fourth place finish, to be honest. I really want to do that. The constructors championship is between Ferrari and McLaren, and then the drivers championship is between Paul Woods and Levi Marsh, another Ferrari and another McLaren. So it's still not over with 4 races to go in the season, I believe. How many races do we have here? 4 races to go in the season. Is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 races to go in the season. Everything is still there to play for. So we are going to come back. We're going to aim for a fourth place finish, and then next season come back stronger and stronger. So up to there, I think we have done a good portion of this. Thanks so much for watching this episode. Unfortunately, guys, I won't be uploading this as frequent because in the channel I've already started another video. In trying my best to win a World Cup for England in my last save game in FIFA Manager 2023 before I finally give it up because of its age, and I am going to try and focus on that one and the create my club, the Bristol Rovers career mode in FIFA Manager 2025. So Football Manager 2023, our final video on that is going to be the one I'm going to be focusing on, but I'll try my best to be dropping an episode every once and again. So we have a couple of races to go, so we will try our best to make the final episode of this season be a triple header. That is going to be really difficult, but we will try our best. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, hope to see you in the next episode. Peace. And I'm really sorry for the background in terms of music. I have neighbors, so peace.